man. So just welcome everybody to the call for the 13th of July. Yep, sorry, man. It was Jay. I was with Bono. I was all hanging with Bono, and then share that would be you take that up with Jay. Very good. Welcome to the call for the July 13th. We're like almost halfway through summer, kids. Sadness, especially for those of us who live in the Midwest, which I think is most everybody on this call. So yes, we are a little bit sad, but we'll just continue to enjoy as much as we can. It's been a little bit rough, honestly, as the summer goes. It's been pretty wet and kind of cold. But here we go. Let's go. This is me. We're hosting tonight's call. And shout out to the new coaches if there were some. So if there were, I would shout out to you. That's great in this particular call. But if there are people who are listening to the recording of this, shout out to you and welcome to the Go Team Coach call for tonight. Quote to grow on for us tonight is, I think, a good one and very helpful for us. So this is from good coach Vince Lombardi, and I love this quote. And if I got to move some windows out of the way to be able to see it, hold on one second. Individual commitment to a group effort. That is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a civilization work. So it's that individual commitment to a bigger group effort. And so as we are Team Beachbody and we're trying to help people achieve their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives, that as we work towards that goal and trying to end the trend of obesity and try to build a healthier America and try to really engage people where they're at so they can get them out of the ruts that they've been in, whether that's fitness-wise or maybe even financially as well, that we are committing our individual efforts towards that bigger group effort, okay? And that's what makes impact happen. So hold on real quick second. Let me just check if I'm gonna calm some things down. Can you guys hear me fine? Is everything good? Am I breaking up or anything?
No, crystal clear here, Dan.
Okay, good. It said CPU usage was causing delay. So that's that. Okay, so this is gonna be the coolest next moment here. Are you guys ready? So we've got a chat shout out, guys. I got the music. Chat shout out. Chat shout. It's chat shout out. There you go. All right. We are gonna do, for the first time ever in the chat shout out, this is a physical. We are actually gonna participate fully in this one, and it's gonna be awesome. You guys ready? We are gonna do a 30-second push-ups count. So y'all are gonna get on the floor, and I'm gonna do this right here too. All right. Ready? Gotta have good form. Okay, this is where I'm at on the floor. So we're gonna do 30 seconds. Okay, I got my timer all set here. You guys ready? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pump it out for 30 seconds and see what you got. Now you can use knees, you can use toes. That's totally good. But we're gonna go for 30 seconds, and it's gonna be awesome. So you all ready? Let me know when you're ready. We're gonna do 30 seconds push-up count. Let's see how many you can get down in 30 seconds. Okay. So, and these got to be decent ones. You know, they don't have to be like all the way like to the nose of the floor, but they got to be decent ones. Okay. Normal hand width, slightly outside the shoulders. That'd be great. You guys ready? On the count of 3. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Go. Start counting. Come on. And time. Woo! And there's my cat. How'd we do? Totally crazy chat shout out right there to wake us all up. So if you can type it out, head in chest this morning. Type it in. Tyler, cracking me up. How'd we do? Live alert. 39. 34, says Claire. 38. Oh, so just shy of the boys. 37. Rats. Good job. Good job. Hey, Deb Spratt, that's huge for you, girl. 15 regular. I remember when you could hardly do knees. That's pretty amazing. Good work. Oh, now that everybody's out of breath. Yeah. Feel bad for him. And you're elderly. That's good. All right. We'll drink after that. Probably all need that. Well, that was fun. So if you did, if you're watching this on video, you totally can do that on your own and time yourself, and then just message one of us what you did for the 30 seconds. That would be killer cool and awesome. All right, so real quick, got some celebration for us all here. Success Club, and this was for June, okay? So this is for June because we didn't get back to this, because we didn't have a meeting. We basically not had I had that vacation thing, and then I was on vacation, and that was the night I canceled. I'm sorry for that, but I just had to make that happen. So celebrating our top point earner for the month of June was Steph Morris. So a big shout out for Steph, which is great at 11 points. And we had Dana Menz as well at 10, Success Club 10, Sheila at 10 as well. And then you can see that top list up there, and at least one life, people making impact, which is great. So everybody's, and Tyler, sorry, man, I didn't see the ending of that. I think that was, so Tyler had 6, replace that, ready? I'm going to do it right now. Bam. Even though you'll still be in this bottom category, you now have 6. 1, 2, 3, bam. There we go. And that's great stuff. So congrats, guys. It's a new month. Not sure where you're at this point so far, but I'm hoping you're making progress towards your goals in terms of Success Club. So being able to make that progress towards it. So I actually fell short of my goal. I'm normally a 10 guy. Ended up in a situation where a person was like literally down to the wire, and I counted on that person, and they placed it after midnight, and it ended up applying to the next month. So it is what it is, and that's, kind of just pick it up. And so I started this month with 2, which is nice, and so making that progress and moving forward from there. So anyway, it happens, and you set your goal. You just kind of try to help more people and to try to pull more people into our system of really helping people now. And again, we've kind of adjusted our system a little bit, and I think you kind of all realize that. As we've adopted some of what Team Symbiotic is doing, especially when it comes to the 6-day and the 21-day Fit for Life. So we got the 6-day reset and the 21-day Fit for Life. Those challenges can really help us gear in and make a sales process. Now, the thing that I want to tell you, and we're going to talk more about this a little bit next week, because we got a lot to cover about Summit, but I do want to make sure you understand that this is part of an overall sales funnel that still needs some form of free, okay? And whether you choose to do a free challenge, straight up free challenge, 5-day, 14-day, whatever you want to do for that, that's great. A free challenge, or if you want to make and create a free support group. But here's the kicker about the support group, which is different than and you can kind of run the challenge within a free support group, a free challenge within a support group, which is what I'm doing now currently, is if you don't have something to kind of keep things moving in that group, and that if you're not adding value and you don't have people doing programs even within that, you're gonna have a situation probably where you're gonna feel, sorry, straighten things out, I'm trying to see this reflective light in the background, is you're probably gonna have a situation where you're gonna have a lot of crickets in there. Now, Jason, can you give us just about a quick, this is totally impromptu, give us your top 1 or 2 just really quick tips about how, because you've been pretty successful at keeping a support group going from the beginning of your Beachbody career. So what are you doing on a normal basis to keep that interest going? Because I know a lot of us have sort of crickets going a lot of times.
Yeah, I think continuing to add new people is always good, because you add in the new blood, and it not only brings in the new people, but it inspires the folks who have been there for a while, right? They see somebody new questions, and they may have learned something that they want to share. But beyond that, I think it's partly being realistic too. I mean, I've worked with some folks who start a group, and they'll have 10 or 15 people in there, and they're like, well, there are only 2 or 3 people posting. It's like, well, that's kind of normal. You're not going to have everybody posting. So I think it's not always a matter of why isn't everybody chiming in, why is it kind of crickets, but it's just a matter of scale. And there's like a critical mass where if you have a half dozen or a dozen people who routinely post, you still need to be the heartbeat of the group and fuel that by posting things on a regular basis and staying honest and staying accountable yourself and modeling the behavior you want the group to do, right? But beyond that, it's pretty straightforward. Just have realistic expectations and keep feeding the group good stuff.
Yeah, and I think that that's going to be a thing. So, and the challenge then is between that group and, say, a 6-day challenge and a 21-day challenge is to kind of keep all of that, like, wow, how do I, like, content for all that stuff? How do I do it? So some of what we're suggesting, and I particularly suggest when it comes to the 6 days, the 6-day groups, where I'm starting a new one next week. I know some of you are starting a new one next week. And I think Claire started one this week, is don't be afraid to use the resources and the posts that are out there. We posted them in the group. It's a Google Doc that has a whole list of resources with regards to posts that, particularly for your 6-day, go auto post those suckers in with buffer and don't sweat that. Be in there active to help people and things like that. But don't feel like you have to come up with crazy original content after the time, because the idea is you've got a whole new set of people every 6-day challenge. You're potentially not rolling people through that multiply. Yeah, maybe every other month or something like that, but they're just, okay, they won't even remember what that post was. You know, so much social media that hits them. So don't stress yourself out that you got to come up with crazy original content. Borrow that particular content. Now, where I would suggest that you where you do try to keep a little bit more active and a little bit more fresh, particularly is a little bit in your 21 days. And again, you can use some of that as well. And we're trying to work with that. We've got some people working on 21-day posts right now, keeping it fresh. Right now, I've got a group of gals together that I've called them. Actually, technically, really 2 right now that are really driving it. But it's Stacy and Claire. We're calling them the Spice Girls. Sporty Spice, and I don't know, whatever you can be like whatever the other ones are. It was Posh. One of you can be Posh. That's great. But the Spice Girls are basically spicing up some of our challenge posts, because many of you have been using ones that we've had for a while for 21-day groups, and they get a little stale, particularly if you have people going through multiply, and that's important. But if you're doing your support group, that's where you're going to want to keep it really fresh with your journey and kind of really posting what real life is, instead of necessarily always posting stuff necessarily to your timeline, your own timeline. You can do that. That's important because you want to make sure you're doing that. But if there's something really specific that's maybe about a particular product that you're using, that's where you can be a little bit more, I don't know, salesy isn't even the word, but it's like, it's product placement. It's like, here, particularly obviously we got our new supplement lines coming up, and I encourage, if you don't get every single one of those and at least try them and do some kind of a review on those, you're silly, because it's another form of revenue now, folks, that we're going to potentially have in addition to Shakeology on a regular basis. Yes, we've had P90X results and recovery formula in the past, and yes, we've had energy and endurance. But now we're really getting this pro line and those were decent, but this new pro line is a lot cleaner, and I think we've done a lot more research to potentially compete with a lot of what's out there, particularly when it comes to Vitamin Shop, GNC, and other places like that, bodybuilding.com. So we'll have that opportunity to really meet those people's needs. So when you do share those kind of things in your support group, they're going to be that much more apt to go, maybe I should, because there are already people who are working out, versus just posting that necessarily on your own timeline, which maybe 1 out of 40 or 50 people are really going to be interested in that necessarily in your feed. But in your challenge, in that support group, you're talking about a percentage that's that much greater who might be interested in that and what you have to say. So it's kind of collecting that pool of people together. Good stuff. All right. Speaking of challenges, very quickly, we got to get moving here. A new challenge that we've got particularly going is Fit for Life Challenge is going to be a 21-day. We're going to run this again as just straight up that challenge. We're not going to even theme it yet, and I think that's okay. I think in September, I'm going to do a back to school theme deal. August is a difficult month to theme necessarily. And truthfully, guys, at this point in August, it'll be a challenge probably to get a good, decent sized group. So maybe binding together a few other coaches, if you're interested, if you want to join our group, that's great. But having people commit right before school starts is pretty tough because people want to they make excuses. And they go, I don't, my kids are going back to school. I don't want to think about that. Sorry, but anyway. All right. This is new news, and I'm pretty excited about this next slide. Are you guys ready? Drum roll, please. Anybody? Anybody? Drum roll in. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Here we go. New training is coming. And this is news for a few of you. Jason, I apologize. We should have talked about this today on our call. But I want to take us through a 6-week high performance academy. Okay? In this 6 weeks, it's going to be about setting and achieving your goals. This is not going to be nuts and bolts of Beachbody so much. Yes, there will be opportunity to talk about some Beachbody specific stuff. Yes, we'll have those opportunities. That's great. But this is bigger picture. This is helping you prioritize your life and making sure that the things that are most important to you are getting the time that they need in your life. And so that other things that maybe aren't high priority, or maybe you're not setting appropriate boundaries around the things that are most important to you, so that other stuff then ends up stealing. And then we're going to try to help you around this. We're going to help you set and achieve goals, get control over your time, maximize efficiency and your energy level. Because I know, even though you would say, oh, Shakeology makes me feel great, it's awesome, and I love my way my workouts make me feel, I'm betting some of you probably don't get enough sleep. I'm betting some of you probably don't hydrate well enough. And I'm betting there's a lot of things we can do posturally speaking, even with your breathing. We're going to talk through a lot of those things, some of the physiology behind high energy to help you be a high performer. And then learning to lead others better. That's what we're looking for. So you're going to have focused, short personal development assignments. It's not going to be Beachbody necessarily related where you have to go, okay, I want to be, and now granted, your goals with Beachbody certainly can relate into this, but I'm not going to go, this is how you run a challenge group in this group. That's not at all what this is about. This is bigger picture. This is leadership development. This is personal development to develop you to be a better person and to be a more full you, that then you can bring that to every area of life and not just your business. Okay. So it's basically going to be a free academy, guys. And I'm just saying, I'm getting this stuff directly from my coach right now. I'm working with Vito Lafata, and some of you will see him at Summit this year. And I'm going to be basically just passing a lot of this on to you as I'm learning it. And it's fantastic. I'm not kidding. And I'm paying pretty decent money to go through this training, and you're going to get it for free. So just saying. Weekly mastermind call, kind of setting that up, figuring out what that looks like. You must be Emerald rank or higher by that Thursday prior to August 3rd. So whatever that is. So it's the first, and then it'd be 31st, 30th. Okay. So the 30th of July is what you're going to need to have your Emerald rank by if you're going to be part of this group. And we'll make sure that everybody knows that in the bigger team, and that would be great. So if you're interested in being part of that, it's a 6-week journey, and it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's going to be big picture, and it's going to help you develop your life. I really am excited about it, and we want to make sure we take people through that. Okay? So that's that. Let's go look real quickly here. Tonight, Summit is here, and we want to help you make the most out of Summit, even if you can't attend. Now, so it looks like, Bonnie, let's see, who, so Bonnie, Tyler, are you going? I think you are, and Bryce, quickly, are you going? So I know who I'm talking to in this particular group. You guys type that in the chat. Bryce is going and Tyler's going. Okay. So Bonnie, you'll be the next year on this, which will be awesome. So we'll get you there hopefully next year. But it looks like everybody else in the group is going. We're going to talk a little bit to the people right now who might be watching, who will watch this call in terms of helping them maximize their summit experience beyond or if they're not going. Okay. So I'm going to say this real quickly here. My missing my first summit experience was basically summed up in one word, and it was this. I was a big wham. Okay. And so I was in the spot of, I had basically become a Beachbody coach, and I was excited about it. Everything was great. And about a week or two later, I scheduled my family vacation, and I paid money to go to Disney. So literally paid this money down, and non-refundable, none of that kind of stuff, no cancellation. I didn't put any cancellation insurance, anything like that, which I probably wouldn't have done anyway. But anyway, scheduled it right on top of Summit. I was so mad. And I'm like, oh, no, I could have adjusted it by a week easily because my family's very flexible. My wife's a teacher. Could have totally done it. So I was very just upset, and I kind of pouted. I was just like, well, I don't get to go. So and so basically with that, I ended up missing out on Summit doubly. And the reason being is I didn't go, number one. That's how I missed once. And then I missed out because I didn't capitalize on what people experienced at Summit, and they're posting on social media and all that stuff. And I just didn't do anything with it. I just kind of let it be there, and I just was doing my vacation thing, which, I should have, obviously. But I don't think I posted like one thing about Summit. Maybe one thing, like, hey, I'll be there next year, or something like that. So if you're, and again, I'm speaking to people who maybe who aren't on the call at this point, but speaking if you're watching this from recording, if you're not going this year, and maybe there's reasons, maybe it's financial, maybe it's just scheduling, maybe it's just childcare, anything, let this be your motivation to make plans for next year. Okay. It's probably going to be in Nashville again. I don't think it's going to change location. Okay. We changed from Vegas to Nashville because of the venue is better for us in this city. I think we're going to be staying there at least for a little bit until I do see a future, probably when we'll actually have multiple summits, where we'll probably have a West and an East at some point, because there'll be a point when we probably can't fit, 25,000 people in a given setting is going to be difficult if that doubles. Going to be less and less places that can handle us. So I do see the day when that will be down the line. Okay. So if you're not going, really quickly here as a reminder, and this is really cool, the fact that you can watch the live stream on YouTube, it's the YouTube live streaming kind of a feature, is so for on Thursday night, the opening ceremony. Okay. It says CST. It's actually CDT, which is Central Daylight Time, 7 p.m. And it's on YouTube/Beachbody Video. And this is going to give you the opportunity to see that the opening ceremony. Now, what typically happens in that is there going to be like recognition and things like that. So you'll get things like, there'll be diamond recognition. They'll give people a lot of the different awards that they'll give out for that beginning session. But then they move into a whole section on new product announcements. Okay. And that's I'll talk about that in just a second here, but that is the money for you as a coach who is not attending. You need to know as soon as it comes out, as soon as things come out, you need to know what that news is, and then basically be broadcasting that. That's really, really critical. Okay. I missed this slide. This was I wanted it to be where it says, this is my team. And you see photos maybe from people who are posting all sorts of things on Facebook. Hey, this is that, blah, blah. Hey, look, check out this. This is workout. Look at this. Hey, look, this is our team. This is a group. This is my team, and I am going to be there next year. And if you draw that line in the sand, it's pretty cool. back to this. Sorry. So product announcements. Last year's summit, two big ones were P90 and the 3-day refresh. Those were big, kind of game changer, particularly when it came to the 3-day refresh announcement. It gave a lot. It gave us a smaller, a sampler pack, sample of, replacing the whole 3-day cleanse that a lot of some coaches put together. This actually was a more legitimate thing. It gave people that whole more holistic approach, and then with little meals and of course a real plan that's going to work. So 3-day refresh was really, really a great announcement, and we could roll that out and say, hey, look, this great new thing's happening. If you want to join us, for a thing. As it comes to product announcements, here's what we know so far. Obviously, size is going to be announced. Pro supplements are going to be announced. Fixate the cookbook is going to be announced. And as I have word through the grapevine, potentially a Body Beast 2. Body Beast 2. Okay? So, yeah. This is going to be potentially a really cool thing. And there is rumor for the first time ever that they're going to have 2 of our celebrity trainers in a whole workout situation where they're going to sort of work out together. And the rumor is it's going to be Sagi Kalev from Body Beast and Autumn Calabrese from 21 Day Fix, okay? They're going to work together and produce Body Beast 2. It might have a different name than that. It could be like Beauty and the Beast. It could be Guns N' Roses. I don't know, whatever. Something like that. But it could be pretty cool and a good opportunity for you to reach out to a broader market, particularly, because obviously Body Beast really sold decently well, and especially once they've gotten the infomercial set decently well, particularly to guys, because Sagi, he's super, super bulked, and a lot of women don't want a lot of bulk. They want just good lean muscle, and that of course turns them off. So to be able to translate and say, hey, yeah, you can get lean muscle through this program was a different thing. With the 2 version of this with Autumn, obviously it'll be great because people will see, oh wow, she looks muscular, but not like bulky muscular, which is great. Okay, so that's potentially some ideas. Now, as a person, and I don't care if you're going or if you're not going, this is I think a good tip for you to take with you. Okay, the idea of pre-posting. Okay, I'm gonna probably do a few little leaks this next couple days before we head down. I'm going to leak some things, especially to my support group, and certainly to my challenge groups. Just some things that are heading down the pike. I might leak a little bit there. Hey, there might be a new program coming out. Anybody ever heard of Body Beast? Oh yeah, there might be a new thing coming out. I heard some rumors. Pretty cool. And that could be something. And even if it doesn't deliver, if that doesn't happen, it's okay, because it's going to potentially something like that's going to happen. There is a Body Beast 2 definitely in the works. Okay. And then, so you can kind of leak that stuff. The other part is you could, particularly when it comes, if you haven't written a great post, or maybe if you have a blog, or if you want to make a video or things like that on size or on the pro supplements, you should probably talk about those in some way, shape, or form, okay? Talk about the different ones, and then when you get to Summit, or if you see the live feed, you can do a screen capture of that, and then actually post on the pro supplement line and say, hey, this is what's happening. These are the new supplements, and this is the unique features. These are the unique features of each of these. Pretty cool. And this is the one time, I think, of year that you can legitimately put and post about products because it's new. And you're not going to come off as salesy. Would you guys agree in this? Okay, that when you are you're posting, kind of putting this out there, you're not going to be very salesy because you're just excited about this new stuff coming out. I would not recommend saying, hey, we got this new stuff you like, and you can buy it from me right now here, blah, blah, blah. You could. I would do more of, if you're interested in hearing more about this, comment below or private message me. Don't give the price away, because they're going to probably tell the price. Don't do that. on your post. That would be just not a wise relationship building kind of thing, because you're just going to reveal, then you become salesy. Okay. So you can reveal about products, but don't necessarily reveal the price. Okay. That's good stuff. Have some stuff preset even. I'm going to do this for my blog particularly. I'm going to do my, I've not done a full official, actually, no, I've done a full size one. I have not done a full official pro supplement one. I'm going to do that, get that set ready to go, and then get some pictures, load them up. We'll be ready to roll. Okay. And so for those of you who are going to be at home, guys, you get the advantage on this, because we're going to be at middle of LP field, and 25,000 of us are going to be all vying for LTE. It ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. We're not going to get it right away. We'll have to wait till we get back to our rooms that night. So you guys might have a 2-hour, 3-hour jump on us if you're staying home. Okay. Another tip for you if you're staying home is share our photos and posts. Now, I would suggest, if you're going to do it sometimes, don't just share necessarily our posts, because those tend to not rank up very high in your news feed. But actually, you can download some of our photos and then repost them as your own. Totally cool. Feel free with mine if you ever want to do that. That's great. And obviously sometimes I'm going to be really trying to make sure I'm taking pictures of myself down there. I didn't do a very good job of this last year, and I'm going to do a much better job of that this year, because people really are looking for the remarkable on social media. So if you're part of something that's bigger, that's impressive, that's different, it's like, wow, look at all these people, and look at Dan's there. Wow, that looks pretty cool. I want to be part of that, that kind of thing. So people are looking for the remarkable, and they're also looking that they want to be part of something. So you guys understand that's the essence of sports teams. You know it, because here's the deal. These are professional players. They get paid money to do this. So it's beyond, so like Notre Dame, which is my area, they don't really get paid. They are paying to go to school. They get some scholarships, whatever. That's great. But like Pittsburgh Steelers, Chicago Cubs, they get paid. But yet there are these tribes that build around them, because people want to be part of something that's bigger than themselves. Okay, especially for the underdoggy kind of teams. Steelers were that, maybe a little while. Actually, they're champions for quite a bit, but particularly the Cubs, always underdog, right? Always underdog teams, that kind of stuff. And people want to be part of something like that. We're going to be setting a world record on Saturday morning, bright and early at 6 a.m. Central Time. We are going to be setting a world record. This is about 7,000, 8,000 people. Think of this times 3 in the streets of Nashville. So that's going to be a really cool thing. We're setting a record for a workout that we're going to be doing outside on the streets of Nashville, which is going to be really, really pretty cool. Okay? So really, really quickly, if you're going, plan to learn, plan to connect, and plan to inspire people. Okay, so plan to learn from the different sessions, and then we're going to plan to connect with the people around you, connect with people from our team, connect with new people that you're standing in line with, find out their stories. It's so great. Take pictures with them, get their Facebook information, connect, and then plan to be inspired. Plan to inspire the people that you are, of course, sharing with. Now, got 2 people want to have a quick talk on the line here. So Mr. Jay Schubring. Jay, I was trying to find the coffee cup picture of you back when, but he and I had it was a cool moment on our first summit together that the coffee cup was out. But anyway, so Jason, tell us, you've been to the summit. Now, this will be your 3rd year, right?
Yep. This will be the 3rd.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit of your experience from Summit, and give us maybe some of your top tips to help us maximize whether we're at home or maybe if we're going to specifically.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll focus a little bit on what if you're going. But I'll say that the first one that I went to was really a process of overwhelm. And there was so much going on and so much to absorb and so much awesome to try to digest at one shot that I wish I would have had some of these tips going in that first time. So I'm going to share these. The first one is going in to Summit with a question that you want the answer to, or some kind of intent or purpose. Like what do you want to take away from it? Because if you go in with a blank slate, there's no doubt you're going to get a ton of stuff to fill that slate with. But by going in with some sort of specific intent or question or nugget that you want to search for and find the answer to for yourself, you're going to be able to really keep your antenna up and know when you leave Summit, did I get it? Did I not? What did I learn? And reflect on it from that perspective. I think that's a big help. And I'm doing that again this time. I did it last time. And I'm really going to attack it and just go in there and absorb as much as I can and try to figure out the one specific thing that I'm trying to get the answer to.
Great, Jay. So what
go ahead.
What is that for you this year?
Well, last year it was what really separates people that I've seen go and say they're going to do something versus those who actually come back a year later and have done it. Really, what separates the two different groups? Because, and this isn't ripping anybody or ripping on Summit at all, but the first week after Summit, everybody's going diamond in 2 days.
Of course, yeah.
Right. So what's the difference between those who say that and those who actually come back to the next Summit and have done that? This time, it's really looking at those who have systematized and figured out how to grow quickly. What are the methods that they use to really scale and take things to the next level? That's why I'm going this time.
Great. I would add, for me, particularly what I'm doing, guys, is my sense is how to develop high-performing coaches. That's what I really want, because I think our team will grow. So I'm really looking forward to a couple of the sessions that are about high performance and high performing coaches. So I think that's for me, just for your guys' notes. Those are just some examples of things we're looking for. So go ahead, Jay.
And I also think if you are going this time, or even if you're not, if you're at home, you're watching the videos, you're watching things live stream from the event, not only plan on going next time, but ask yourself, who are you going to bring with you? Because every time, just make that a goal to bring more people along. And if you do the right things and you connect with the right people and you have the right intent, it's going to happen. You just got to get it in your head and decide who you're going to bring next time. I know that David shares fairly often the picture of him at his first summit. And it was like him and his sister and I think 2 other people. And, in a few days here, we'll be together with David and the rest of the team, and there will be several hundred people there most likely this time around. So it really goes to show you, if you have that vision, what can possibly happen. The other piece, on the ground, when you're at Summit and you're running between sessions, and maybe not so much this time, but in Vegas, that was more the format there, is switching rooms and a lot of that. There's like a survival kit that I put together just to try to make sure I have what I need and to get through the day. Things like I'll toss all this stuff in a backpack or a messenger bag. I'll have my water bottle, a shaker cup, some packets of Shakeology. I'll have at least 1 backup battery, if not 2, and a charging cable for my phone. Because one thing that's almost sure to happen is you'll be walking down the hall, going to another session or just going back to your hotel, and all of a sudden you look up and next to you will be Tony Horton or Sean T or Sagi or Autumn Calabrese, because they need to get to places too. And one of the worst things that can happen is you finally get to see this person that you've been training with, and you're all excited to meet, and your phone is dead. So pack that portable power. It's a really good idea. If you don't have an iPhone, make sure you bring a camera because you're going to want it. And then, of course, a pen and paper. Laptops are great, but I've personally found it helps things sink into my brain a little bit more. If I just whip out the pen, I can mind map things a little bit, draw arrows, flip between pages. If I just have the good old-fashioned Amish pen and paper. So hopefully that helps you guys, whether you're going or not. Hopefully we'll see you all there.
Awesome, man. Thanks, Jay.
Yep.
We appreciate that. Hey, so I'm going to move over to Claire. And Claire, this will be her second summit experience. This is us over in lovely Las Vegas, where we will not be seeing palm trees down in Nashville, sad to say, but it will be awesome, and we will probably wear – I may even bring a cowboy hat. So I'm just saying, I may even bring one. Yeah. Yeehaw.
Cover up the head there. Hi, everyone. I'm Claire. This will be like you said, my second summit. Now, my first one was really pins and needles because I really, I had my husband with me, and it was kind of like a getaway for us from the kids, too. So that was like a big excursion, really, to just do that and have the kids watch. But so I feel like I was kind of a little standoffish with things. I didn't really know what a workshop was, and I brought pen and paper, but I just didn't dive into it like I know I'm going to do this time. having the notebook will definitely help with that. And I agree, Jason. I'm not going to bring a laptop. I'm going to do the notebook and paper. And the one thing that I didn't do as well is try and meet the trainers. Yeah, having your phone handy, that's a great deal. I'm going to bring an extra battery pack and have my charger, and and also free up my phone, free up some space. That's a big deal too. I want to make sure I can do a video or whatever whenever that comes up. Let's see. The one other thing at the very end, I had no idea until it happened that tickets go on sale for the next summit, and that I wasn't prepared financially for that, and so now I'm kind of getting that a little bit more in tune to do that, because the tickets are discounted when you first are able to purchase them. I believe it'll be Sunday. Is that right, Dan? That might happen.
Usually it's usually about a day. So they sell them that during it, of course, and then they will be and then usually it's like, I think maybe through Monday is what I've seen them do.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So
yeah. So
that's like the bare bone one. Who knows? It was $99 last time. It probably won't be that good again. That was just to basically help people flip venues, I think, from Vegas to here. I really think that that's the case. But who knows? Maybe they'll offer the same one again. Who knows?
Yeah. Didn't that bring like 16,000 tickets or something right away? Get sold?
A lot of people didn't.
So it was a lot more than what was there. Yeah. So I think pretty much everything was touched. I'm glad, like at Vegas, everything was right there in that in the MGM, so you didn't have to go anywhere. But this time it's so spread out, it's really, I think, going to be a key to be close to the venues that are happening. Things are happening. I had a hotel way off before, and so now I'm very happy. I'm going to share a room with 4 other women, and we're in the Omni. So I'm looking forward to just being able to be free and be able to take it all in now this time. So
yeah,
that's my takeaways, I guess, or my tips, helpful tips.
That's great. Good.
Yep.
And and it's great to just hear. I can just sense the confidence in you going this time, even though we're going to a new place. I can just sense the confidence in you wanting to really try to glean as much as you can out of this particular experience. And it really does help when you do take that posture of, okay, I'm going to go in with just a little bit more of you're going to attack Summit, I guess is the way I would consider it. You're going to attack Summit and really try to get all out of it as you can. One more thing also to remember for those of you guys who are going is the idea of bringing cash for the core, for swag. You want the Summit swag. You want a T-shirt or 2 or 3 or some, legging, whatever yoga pants stuff you guys, ladies like to get. You're going to want that stuff there. And even though now, truthfully, the Beachbody store with regards to apparel is like infinitely better than it was about 2 years ago. But still, they will sell things that at the core that will not be available. And the cool part is because they had Beachbody's warehouse area. Have you guys never noticed where your Shakeology ships from? Is Dayton, Ohio? Okay, I have a feeling that there's a Canton, Ohio. But I have a feeling that it's a similar location for like the apparel situation as well, and so they can ship that stuff from Ohio to Nashville like that, semi-trucks, no problem. Getting all that stuff out to Vegas, if you were there before, stuff sells out like instantaneously. And it was frustrating because you get there and like the first day and stuff was already sold out in your size by far. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot better. And they got 50,000 square feet of space for the core this time around, which is pretty huge. And so it'll be awesome to have the opportunity, hopefully get some good swag while you're there. Now, last thing, and then we'll close out. So as you go, whether you're going or whether you're not, I'm going to give you a quick story as an end here. So my first year when I went to Summit, I earned I was a 1-star diamond. Okay. And I was very excited. It was kind of a cool thing. I was relatively new to the business and built myself to diamond and then became 1-star. And I was very excited, man, this is awesome. And I kind of just then became, just being real, I became a retail guy for the next year or so because I knew how to sell challenge packs. That's about all I knew how to do. And I really didn't know how to develop coaches. And this is a process that I'm just learning over time, is how to develop you guys and to be better of who you are. And even just being on this call. And I know there's only 8 of us or whatever for this point, and that's okay. But I was there. This is a picture from last year. And I wasn't on that stage. So I was a 1-star diamond the year before, and I had actually tipped back to this regular diamond at this picture's taking. And I said to myself, I'm not going to do that anymore. And I'm not just out for recognition. That's not the reason. I don't need to walk on the stage. And honestly, in a crowd that's going to be this big, because I'm going to be up there on the stage for 2-star diamond in Nashville, which is great. But, honestly, they'll see my name. You might see it. It's not going to be red, I would imagine, because there's going to be enough of us. And I get to go up there, which is great. But the thing is, it's a sign that my business is growing, because it's part of this process of developing you. Because in the long run, I can be a retail guy for a long time, but if I'm not developing coaches to help other people, then we're really not developing a team. And then that's how a business stagnates, and that's how it kind of implodes, okay? So I made it a goal that last year that I want to be back up on that stage. And that was a sign that I had to learn how to develop leaders and high performers, which is part of the reason why I'm doing the High Performance Academy as well. It's just another part of this whole thing. So for next year, I want to be there again. I want to be way past, certainly past 5-star, hopefully by that time next year. So this time next year. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'll ask you, what is your goal? And as you're going, or maybe you're just watching, what is your goal going to be for the following year? Okay, so we're going to be there this week. And what's your goal? Now, like Jason said, I remember my first year, honestly, I said when I was 1-star, I'm like, I'm going to be 10-star diamond. I literally said it. I wrote it down. Be 10-star diamond by the next year. And I went backwards. I went to diamond because I just didn't learn how to duplicate leaders. So you have to have what, like Jason said, we have to move beyond just a great feeling, because you're going to have those feelings. You're going to be excited. It'll be awesome to see all these, stars, celebrity trainers, and all of these inspiring people. But we have to put things into place, because truthfully, you aren't going to be a whole lot different when you get back from Summit. You're going to be a more excited you, but if your systems and your daily activities don't change, kids, your business is not going to change. You'll be excited for the moment. You'll maybe try a little harder and maybe call 1 more or 2 more people. But if there's no systems in place, and there's no intentionality, and there's no power hour, or there's no systems that are set to help you get success, you're going to frustrate yourself. And in about 2 or 3 weeks, you'll go, oh, I guess I'm no good at this. No, it's not that you're no good at this. It's that you haven't set up systems to help you develop. So beyond Summit, that is going to be my specific goal, to help you to move beyond this to our 10K in 18 goal. Because if we're going to reach, by Summit of 2018, reaching 10,000 people, we got to get moving. We got to make sure we're making that progress towards that. So next week, we're going to do a Summit recap, and then we're really going to talk about value adding, so you can then create. I'm sorry, actually, you know what? I'm going to ixnay on that. I don't know why. That was I was an earlier revision. Summit recap, and then basically what are our next steps beyond Summit in terms of the systems and challenges and things that you're going to do to develop your business to the next level after that. Because the last thing I want is you guys 3 weeks after Summit to go, oh, things didn't really change. And I want it to be a life changer for you. So your intentionality and your focus and your ability to move your business forward will be set up because you've not just got excited and not just because you're all feeling good and all tingly, but because you're smart and because you're using the systems and the brain that you have to develop people around you and develop your customer base and all that good stuff. Okay? So that's it. So next week, we've got our call on July 20th. It'll be immediately following Summit. We'll be getting back. Many of us will be getting back on Sunday, and we'll turn it around and we'll do it on Monday. It'll be awesome and very exciting. So for those of you who are coming with me on this, we do need to touch base probably here pretty quickly. But I'll contact you guys here in the next, probably just right after this. So thanks guys for listening, and great. Any questions for the good before we leave? What do we got? Someone typed in, I'm sorry, I couldn't see that, Bryce. Yep, crash and credit card. Yep, both. Very good. And I did hear they, Jason, just so you know, for you still on? Yep, Jason, they do sell the Body Beast and Body Beast Speedos. So if you're up for that, you can totally.
Yeah, because my leopard print one is kind of worn out, so I need to do one.
Leopard print or your American flag one.
Yep.
Either there. But in Nashville, it might be more American flag-ish. So that
leather with fringes, I'm thinking.
There we go. And yes, and your cowboy hat. All right, and boots.
So on that visual.
All right, guys, we're very excited for Summit. It's going to be awesome. Liz and Deb, both your first time. Excited for you. Tyler, is that your first one as well? I don't know. Bryce, is that for your first time too as well? Yeah, baby. It's going to be good. You guys are going to love it. It's so fun. So good deal, guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you on the flip side. We'll see you down in Nashville. Oh, yeah. So, last one. Sorry. Last thing. Jason, meet and greet. Go.
Meet and greet is at 4 p.m. at Bar Lines, which is the restaurant in the Omni Hotel. So one thing just to keep in mind, I know that there's a lot going on. There are people who will have workouts at, 3-ish. Probably ending within a half hour, 40 minutes, maybe 15 minutes before we want to be in at Bar Lines. And I know that there's also the bigger SimFit meet and greet going on at, I believe, 5:30. Don't stress. Do what works best for you. If you do plan to join us at Bar Lines, I know I'm going to be there. Nicole's going to be there. A couple of the other folks that I know are going to be there. Join us at 4. If you don't get there till 4:15, whatever, 4:30, that's fine. Don't get an ulcer trying to get there. Do what's best for you and your schedule. Just try to communicate with each other so that we know who's going to be there, if we need to set aside a seat for you or not. But that's the idea. Bar Lines, it's got some great reviews online, some great food, some even fairly healthy options. So hopefully we'll see everybody there.
And what we're going to do, guys, just so you know, we're going to set up the Go Team members. It'll be a Facebook group. A messenger, Facebook Messenger group. The reason why I'm choosing I'm hesitant to join like the big SimFit group is there will literally be 50,000 messages going on that thing, and I just can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to keep track of all those because literally we'll have 200 people in that group, and I just can't. There's no way. So I'd rather us be a little bit smaller and let's just keep track with what's going on with each other. That's just my plan. So, and the fact is, a lot of us are choosing. I'm not sure what. Can you guys type in which track you're choosing real quick in the chat? If you're doing blue or silver, and then which room you're doing. Anybody, guys, real quick? Blue D. Yep, Blue D is us. That's me too. Blue D, yep. Oh, yeah, it's Blue D. Happy game. Yeah. Okay, great. So, honestly, and a lot of the SimFit folks, they're doing a different one. They're doing Blue B, I think it is. So I think that'll be great. Or, yeah. It's going to be a party. Party in the Blue D. There you go, Liz. All right. Guys, that's enough. Thanks so much, and we'll see you down in Nashville. Thanks, guys. See ya.